the banner off too, just by clicking that button again. That banner button. Oh, and then, I'm sorry, I should be yelling across the room. Okay, so you started streaming, started recording, right? Okay. Perfect. Now we need to record on this for the, no, I'm sorry. Let's start here. Did we put any batteries in there? Okay, perfect. And it's going to tell us up here when it starts recording on the top screen. It should pop up in red in one of the corners telling us that it's recording. There we go. And then you're right. And then the last thing you have to do is open that. And then you can look down there and see anything there. And then I can push it back up. Thank you.
We on?
Yes, sir.
We do the pledge?
Whatever you want to do.
Let's do the pledge.
Let's do
Since
it.
we're having an official meeting. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everyone. Okay, public comments? I don't believe we have any public comments. So we'll move right on to resolution number 1306. You want to read, or you want me to read it, or?
Do you want me to discuss any of this for any viewing public or anybody who's going to see this recording?
That would be a good idea if somebody's watching on TV, yes.
Okay, so, as you all are aware, at the last meeting, you had instructed the city attorney to develop an ordinance for increasing the gas rates to compensate for the large unexpected price gouging over the polar vortex. And had decided on a 3-year payback would be the best because we needed to rebuild the city coffers. Well, we just became aware of this program that it's brand new. The governor signed the bill for this emergency utility loan program on May 13th, and the application only became available on May 25th. And the opening for them to accept applications is today. And since it is a first come, first served program, it is behoove us to get it in today. And so, which is why we're having this special meeting. So what is so great about this program is that it is a 5-year no interest loan. So we can immediately recoup all the money that we had to front and immediately replenish our coffers, rather than the way we were going to do before was going to be to slowly rebuild it over 3 years. So we immediately get the money on the front end, and there's no reason, since it's 0% interest, not to extend it out the full 5 years, thereby reducing the impact on our customers from that expected. And these are just round numbers that affect everybody a little bit differently, but approximately 17% down to 10% increase on average. So I think that is going to be much more. And the other thing about that is that the dedicated revenue stream, the rate increase, is a requirement of this loan. We have to agree and say, yes, we are going to increase the rates in order that we can pay for the loan and keep our system running well and pay any other obligations we have. So that, I think that is positive on lots of different fronts. We could, if our application is accepted and we are awarded this money, we could see it as soon as the end of the month. The state does close down their books for the end of their fiscal year for a couple weeks. So if we get awarded the money, but we don't get it before the end of June, we will get it in July. It's going to be that fast of a turnaround if we get it. Yeah.
Very good. Anybody have any questions?
I saw there was 50 million. Did they say that there'll be a lot of applicants? Do they know, or?
They don't know. It doesn't seem like 50 million for the whole state is a lot.
It would behoove us to get it in
Yeah.
quicker.
That's the plan.
Okay.
And no. So the guy I talked to at the state, he just said that they had a team ready to go for the remainder of the week. They'll be doing, this will be their top priority. priorities to review these applications. So I think they're anticipating, of course, the influx on the front end. But it does, people can apply through June 21st if money still exists. And a couple things. One, yeah, I can read these. The ordinance, I will have to read the entire thing because we could not meet the posting requirement for the 16 business hours, so I'll need to read that in its entirety.
Okay,
Move to approve resolution.
Oh, wait,
I'm
sorry, we didn't read it. You want me to read it? Right,
I would read the top section,
Oh, okay.
not the whole resolution, or I can read it.
Well, why don't you read the heading and I'll do the ordinance?
Okay, resolution number 1306. This is a resolution authorizing the city of Herman, Missouri to apply for municipal utility emergency loan program for the purpose of obtaining a loan from the state of Missouri to finance wholesale electricity and our natural gas costs incurred due to the extraordinary prices between February 10th and 20th, 2021. Do I have a motion to approve the resolution number 1306?
So moved.
Motion's been made. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Motion's made and second. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. And we'll move on to ordinance 2238. Trish, you want to take care of that one?
Sure, and I'm going to read it rather quickly. An ordinance authorizing the execution of a loan agreement between the city of Herman, Missouri and the state of Missouri, acting by and through the Missouri Department of Natural Resources Division of Energy, for the purpose of obtaining a loan pursuant to the Municipal Utility Emergency Loan Program to finance wholesale electricity and or natural gas costs incurred due to extraordinary prices between February 10th and 20th, 2021. Establishing a dedicated source of revenue for repayment of such loan, authorizing and approving certain documents in connection therewith, and authorizing certain other actions in conjunction with a loan agreement. There will be a follow-up loan agreement if we get approved. So I need to read this entire ordinance. So whereas on May 13, 2021, Governor Michael L. Parsons signed into law, truly agreed to, and finally passed for House Bill number 15, 2021, establishing the Municipal Utility Emergency Loan Program and authorizing the Missouri Department of Natural Resources Division of Energy to distribute up to $50 million in loans for the purpose of providing loans to municipal utilities and municipal utility commissions for extraordinary electricity and or natural gas costs incurred due to high prices between February 10th and 20th, 2021. And whereas the city of Herman, Missouri, the city has previously adopted resolution number 1306, authorizing the city to make an application to the Missouri Department of Natural Resources Division of Energy for a loan pursuant to Municipal Utility Emergency Loan Program of the loan. And whereas the Board of Aldermen has determined that accepting the loan, entering into a loan agreement, and certain other documents relating thereto, and taking actions required to implement the loan agreement would serve legitimate public purposes and are in the best interest of the citizens of the city of Herman, Missouri. Now therefore be it ordained by the Board of Aldermen of the city of Herman, Missouri as follows. Section 1, authorization of loan agreement. The city is hereby authorized to accept the loan and to enter into a loan agreement with the state of Missouri, acting by and through the Missouri Department of Natural Resources Division of Energy, the loan agreement to finance the extraordinary natural gas costs incurred due to high prices between February 10th and 2021, the extraordinary costs. The loan shall be an amount not to exceed $562,000. The interest rate on the loan shall be 0%. The loan shall be repaid over a term not to exceed 5 years. The city has requested semi-annual repayment dates. The mayor and city clerk are hereby authorized to execute the loan agreement, the mayor's execution of the loan agreement being conclusive evidence of such approval. Section 2, establishment of dedicated source of revenue for repayment of loan. The city hereby establishes a dedicated source of revenue for repayment of the loan. In accordance therewith, the city shall set, impose, and/or collect such rates, fees, and charges for the use and services furnished by or through its natural gas utility, the system, including all improvements and additions thereto hereafter constructed or acquired by the city, as will provide revenues which are sufficient to A, pay the cost of the operation and maintenance of the system, B, pay the principal of the loan as and when the same becomes due, and C, pay the principal of and interest on other outstanding bonds and indebtedness of the system. Provided, however, such revenues cannot be and are not pledged to the payment of the loan, and no lien or other security interest is granted by the city to the state on the system revenues pursuant to the loan. The obligation of the city to pay the loan is limited to those funds that are specifically budgeted and appropriated annually by the city's governing body for such purpose. The city will covenant to request annual appropriations in an amount sufficient to pay the principal of the loan as and when the same becomes due. Section 3, further authority. The mayor, city clerk, and other city officials are hereby further authorized and directed to execute any and all documents to take such actions as they may deem necessary or advisable in order to carry out and perform the purposes of this ordinance, and to make alterations, changes, or additions in the foregoing agreements, statements, instruments, and other documents herein approved, authorized, and confirmed, which they may approve, and execution or taking of such action shall be conclusive evidence of such necessity or advisability. Section 4, governing law. The ordinance and the loan agreement shall be governed exclusively by and construed in accordance with the applicable laws of the state of Missouri. Section 5, effective date. This ordinance shall take effect and be in full force from and after its passage by the governing body of the city. And we need to read it, we need to vote on it twice. We'll read the heading a second time, but not the whole thing.
Everybody has heard the ordinance. Do I have a motion to approve the ordinance 2021-25?
I move Bill 2021-25 first read.
I'll second.
Motion made and second. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
So carried. Do you need to read the whole thing again?
Nope, just the heading. The ordinance authorizing the execution of a loan agreement between the city of Herman, Missouri and the state of Missouri, acting by and through the Missouri Department of Natural Resources, Division of Energy, for the purpose of obtaining a loan pursuant to the Municipal Utility Emergency Loan Program to finance wholesale electricity and or natural gas costs incurred due to extraordinary prices between February 10th and 20th, 2021. Establishing a dedicated source of revenue for repayment of such a loan, authorizing and approving certain documents in connection therewith, and authorizing certain other actions in connection with the loan agreement.
Okay. Do I have a motion to approve second reading?
Make motion that ordinance 2021-25 been second read.
Motion been made. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Motion made and second. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
All opposed? So carried. Any other business that we need to discuss?
On a different topic, if everybody's ready to move on, I had one little thing. Okay, just came up yesterday, I thought it would be better while we're all together, to discuss it. Oh good, Marlon's here, good. Crown Sweets, had requested, or just talked to him yesterday, and said that they were having, well, it's a Tin Lizzie Car Club, staying at their place, driving their cars in, and they would like to cordon off 12 parking places around their business. They're on Market and 4th. They're expecting the cars to come at 3 or 4 o'clock on Thursday evening. Technically, we would have liked to have seen them fill out a special event application and, give us a couple weeks notice. That's what we started out doing for some of the other car clubs that would come in on the east end of town. But somehow I know that some of those car clubs started coming in without, or they're hosting, was not notifying the city, at times too, so those hoops have not always been jumped through. So I just, for consistency and fairness, I just wanted you guys to kind of make the call on a Thursday night. Maybe it won't be a big deal.
How long are they staying?
Just that one night, I think.
It'll be Thursday and they're leaving out before 10 Friday morning.
Yeah.
That's fine, just make sure that all of his parking spaces are cordoned off before anybody else's are. That's fairness there. So I'm not sure how many parking spaces you have that actually borders on his property, but those should be the first ones cordoned off, I would think.
Mm-hmm.
Are they gonna go fill out the paperwork so we have it legally, or?
Well, at this point, I don't think there would be any point to it.
Okay.
I'm good with it.
Need it in the form of motion to approve the parking?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, if you guys are all okay with it,
All right.
since we don't have any official paperwork. And like I said, it's kind of gotten unofficial over time, and I think people are kind of getting verbal from Mark, to do some things down on Gutenberg that I was not totally aware of. But I think if you guys are all in favor, and you can relay that message, I think that's good enough.
All right. Anybody else have anything? good news, Tammy just informed that
Yes.
we will have double Amtrak trains starting on the 19th, I think she said. So that's a very positive thing for us.
It is.
So hats off to the governor for signing the bill. Okay, if not,
Move to adjourn.
motion's been made, second.
Second.
Motion made, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So carried. Thank you all for coming.
That was the question I had.
Oh, really? The train or the towel or the car?
Model Ts.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, let's not up and turn on the camera. I'll be right with you. We're gonna shut off this camera.
Do we have sign anything on this kind of meeting?
I need Bruce to sign something.
I have.
Oh, okay.
Just me.